Credit card myths busted. 10 lies you should stop believing. Welcome to the digital wonderland, where answers sprout like magic from your fingertips in mere seconds. And guess what? Thanks to this marvelous internet, you're here, watching this very YouTube video on high excess. But hold up, let's flip that virtual coin. The internet, as much as it's a treasure trove of truth, can also be a wild realm of confusion and misinformation, especially when it comes to those little plastic wonders we call credit cards. Today, we're diving into the deep waters to bust the myths, debunk the lies, and untangle the web of credit card misconceptions. Yup, we're talking about the 10 major fibs that might have been lurking in the back of your mind about these financial companions. We're not just pointing out these myths, we're smashing them to smithereens one by one. By the time we're done, you'll be armed with the truth, ready to wield your credit cards with newfound clarity, effectiveness, and responsibility. So buckle up, because we're about to surf through the waves of credit card truths, shredding those falsehoods along the way. Welcome to High Excess, where we're turning myths into dust and helping you master the world of credit cards. Let's kick things off with a bang and tackle lie number 1. The myth that credit cards will push you into debt and should be avoided. Now, let's get one thing straight. Credit cards aren't sentient beings with a debt mission. They're not angels or demons, just neutral pieces of plastic or metal if you're fancy. It's like holding a magic wand that only comes to life when you decide to use it. Picture this. My credit card lying on my palm, chilling. It's not running up a tab or taking a stroll to buy groceries. Nope, just hanging out. But here's where your choices come in. You've got $200 in your checking account and you're eyeing something worth $200. If you whip out that credit card and zap the purchase, knowing you can pay off that charge in full, no sweat. Then guess what? You're the captain of your financial ship. On the flip side, if you're charging away with less than $200 in your account, or worse, zero, then that's where the debt monster starts knocking. So it's not credit cards driving you into debt. It's about how you navigate the plastic playing field. Lie number 2 is a sneaky one. The notion that you only need to toss in the minimum payment. Technically, yes, that's what keeps the bank from sending out angry letters. But hold up, this video is not about keeping the bank happy. It's about making your financial life shine. Let's peek at my Citi custom cash card statement for some real talk. There it is, that light blue box at the top saying September statement. A crisp line says minimum payment due $20. Below that, the numbers roll in. $207.69 is the new balance with a due date of October 22nd, 2022. So what's the deal? In the realm of August 25th to September 26th, I danced through life spending $207.69. Now, the bank politely asks for a measly $20. Sure, I could drop that 20 and keep the bank's nerves at bay. But here's the twist. That remaining $187, if I let it hang in the air, unpaid, it's like I'm borrowing money from the bank's coffers. And guess what the bank charges for the honor of borrowing? Interest. And that 187 snowballs into 190, then 197, and so on as the interest throws a party on my balance. That's what we call carrying a balance. A tale of unpaid numbers growing bigger than a toddler's growth spurt. Here's the hack. If you spend $207.69, pay back that exact amount by the due date. That way, you and the bank are both smiling. So when it comes to credit card truths, remember, it's not just about numbers, it's about owning the game. Alright, let's bust through lie number 3. The old myth that opening up multiple credit cards is a no-no that'll slap your credit score silly. I mean, if that were true, my wallet's party of plastic pals plus the gang of cards I've accumulated over the years would be an army of score crushers. But here's the kicker. As I stand here before you on December 15, 2022, my FICO score from Experian is a nifty 763. And those other scores, TransUnion and Equifax scores through Credit Karma, a solid 801 and a whopping 818. That's like dipping my toes into the good to excellent score pool. You see, having multiple credit cards can actually be a superhero move for your credit score. Why? Because it's not a one-trick pony. It's a dazzling ensemble of factors that weave your score together. Take the payment history gig for instance. If you're juggling multiple cards and rocking the paid on time vibe, you're scoring big brownie points with the credit score gods. let's swing over to the utilization ratio party. Picture this. You're spending $2,000 a month on your one and only card with a $4,000 limit. That's 50% of your available credit. Not exactly throwing confetti in the credit score realm. Now, bring in the backup dancer, card number 2, with another $4,000 limit. You're still spending that same $2,000 a month, but suddenly, your utilization ratio is like, hey, I'm 25% now. You cut it in half, and the credit score algorithm does a happy dance. Now, I know what you're thinking. Won't opening new cards give me those pesky inquiries and zap my score? Yes, it's like a mini dip, especially if you're a credit newbie. But here's the secret sauce. Those dings fade away within about 2 years. It's like a temporary power outage, not the apocalypse. And here's the mind-blowing twist. Opening more cards can actually turn things around. You're giving your credit score a boost by building up a portfolio of positive payment history and showing off your responsible card juggling skills. Oh, and the argument about new accounts messing with your credit history's average length? Valid point. But here's the trick. As long as you keep some cards hanging around for the long haul and strut your credit history, you're golden. Line number 4, step into the spotlight. The oh-so-common misconception that closing credit cards is a one-way ticket to credit score doom. Well, folks, time to set the record straight. I've got a whole binder full of closed accounts, and if you've caught my more recent videos, you've witnessed me bid adieu to not 1, not 2, but a grand total of 5 accounts from the American Express Club in just a year. Yep, some of those were business cards, but one was a personal credit card, and guess what? My credit score waved them goodbye like it was NBD. Let's peek at the age game. Credit Karma throws out a cool number. My average age of open accounts is 4 years and 2 months, with the wise old owl in the mix being 8 years and 4 months old. Now, hop over to Experian and they've got a slightly different plot twist. My average age climbs to 5 years and 4 months, with the elder statesman tipping the scale at a whopping 14 years and 6 months. What's the deal here? Well, Credit Karma's got the Advantage Score 3.0 model in its toolkit, while Experian busts out the FICO Score scoring model. Different tools, different scores. Here's the trick. Credit Karma's party doesn't include closed accounts on the guest list, while Experian's FICO model gives those closed accounts a seat for up to 7 to 10 years. So, if I decide to say hasta la vista to one of my cards tomorrow, all that previous payment history still invited to the FICO score party for a good chunk of time, either singing its praises or causing a little ruckus based on if it's positive or negative history. So, am I tossing and turning over closing cards that don't fit my style anymore? Nah, I mean, think about it. If a card's giving you grief with an annual fee, isn't lighting up your life with value, or is just a pain in the you-know-where to keep track of, it might be the time to give it the see ya treatment. Downgrade it to a lower fee model, stash it in your card collection, and give it a spin once in a blue moon to keep it from dozing off. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, wave that final farewell and grant yourself the bliss of a card-free existence. Hold on to your hats, folks, because line number 5 is in the hot seat. The notion that you should only be using 30% of your credit limit if you're gunning for that golden credit score. Well, let's peel back the curtain on this one and dig into my trusty Citi custom cash card statement for some real talk. See that billing period sign at the top, waving from August 25th to September 26th? That's like the period where your bank takes a snapshot of all your card shenanigans to create the grand tally. Your billing cycle, if you will. And guess what? The last day of that cycle, in my case, the 26th, is when the bank says, hey, Bureau pals, check out this total balance. This becomes the starting point of your utilization calculation. So, in a nutshell, your utilization isn't getting spied on every single day. You can actually flex those credit muscles and go over 30% if you're feeling adventurous. Heck, if your limit's smaller, you can even go all the way to the limit during the cycle's reign. But hold on, don't let those credit score jitters set in. High utilization can play the party pooper for your score. So here's the magic move. Peek at your billing periods and date, then hop back a few days and swoop in with an early payment to trim that balance. Let the lower balance work its magic on your report. When your bill swings in, it'll show that snazzy lower balance, and from there, you can sweep the rest away with a full payment. Now, buckle up because line number 6 is giving us a run for our money. The whisper that you need to hold onto a tiny balance to build up your credit score. Let's clear things up. When we talk about carrying a balance, we're not talking about the cool Zen balancing acts you do with your yoga poses. It's more like leaving a teensy-weensy bit unpaid when your bills due and, well, getting slapped with some interest. Let's keep it real here. You don't need that in your credit building toolkit. Seriously, in my years of credit journeying, I've never done the balance dance, and guess what? My credit score's shining bright. So, skip the balance nonsense and keep your credit building strategy focused on paying your bill in full. Your score will thank you in the long run, and we're here to guide you on the journey right here on High Excess. Strap in, because we're about to unravel lie number 7, a common misbelief that credit cards with annual fees are as dreaded as a thunderstorm during a picnic. But hold on to your hats, because I've got a real-world story fresh from my Hilton Honors business credit card escapades from the not-so-distant past. Now, this card may have a $95 annual fee, but let me tell you about the magic I conjured up. Through some masterful spending, I earned myself a free night certificate, a virtual golden ticket, if you will. And this certificate, it was redeemable for a swanky property that would usually set you back a cool $338. But wait, there's more. The taxes and fees that usually tag along with such luxuries were also covered by this fantastical night, bringing the grand total to a whopping $421. Now, let's do some arithmetic acrobatics. Subtracting the annual fee from the $421 value, we're left with a jaw-dropping profit of $326. It's almost like you're snagging an exclusive benefits package at a remarkable discount. But here's the catch. The numbers need to line up in your favor. If your financial equation doesn't add up to a win, fear not. Skipping the annual fee party is always an option. Remember, you're the conductor of your financial symphony, and you don't have to play along with the annual fee ensemble if it doesn't resonate with your financial goals. Now, for line number 8, it's time to pull back the curtain. The notion that orchestrating a complex ballet of multiple payments throughout the month, timing payments with the precision of a Swiss watch, or letting autopay take center stage will unlock the doors to a stellar credit score. Well, brace yourselves, because this myth is about to be busted wide open. The reality is quite simple. The frequency of your payment rituals, whether it's a one-time affair or a 7-day soiree, isn't a star player in the credit score drama. And as for the specific days, whether you're settling the bill on a Tuesday, Friday, or a let's pay on Sundays whim, the impact on your credit score is like a drop in the ocean. So, whether you're a maestro of autopay or a conductor of manual payments, here's the golden rule. Settle the full new balance by the due date. It's like speaking the language of financial harmony that your credit score truly understands. Keep it simple, keep it timely, and rest assured that we're here to demystify the world of credit card myths right here. Let's dive into the 9th mistake, a mix-up that's easy to stumble upon. The belief that 1 point from any bank equals another point from a different bank. But hold on to your hats, folks, because it's time to debunk this misconception. You see, a Bank of America point doesn't give you the same ticket as an Advantage Mile, which in turn doesn't shake hands with a Hilton point or a Miss Point. Nope. Each of these has its own magical valuation, and they might even put on a chameleon act, changing value based on the kind of adventure you redeem them for. Curious for a deep dive into this world of point valuations? I've got a video in the archives all about it, aptly named What's the Value of Points and Miles? Trust me, it's like getting a backstage pass to the point party, and it might just open your eyes to a whole new way of thinking about points. And now, let's shine the spotlight on lie number 10, a classic tale that suggests a good credit score is like a medal for financial health and a badge of financial responsibility. But here's the plot twist. A credit score isn't a crystal ball for your overall financial picture. It's more like a how are you managing debt score, assessing whether you're acing the art of juggling payments or could use some practice. Now here's the kicker. It doesn't care if you've got stacks of cash stashed away or if you're a master of budgeting like a financial ninja. Your credit score's got zero chill when it comes to those important life skills. That's why the ultimate game plan is to get your financial ducks in a row first. Tame those bills, master your budget, stash away that rainy day fund, and stack up your net worth. Once you've got that solid foundation, You can bring the credit cards to the party, but only after you've built your financial fortress. It's all about setting yourself up for a life of freedom and financial savvy. And there you have it, fellow adventurers of financial wisdom. The curtain has been lifted on these credit card myths, leaving us with a clearer path to navigate the credit card jungle. Remember, knowledge is power, and with these truths in your back pocket, you're armed and ready to make the most of your credit card journey. If you've enjoyed this eye opening expedition into the world of high excess, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we embark on more myth busting missions, tackle financial tips and tricks, and explore the realm of smart money management. Share this video with your fellow adventurers because let's face it, financial wisdom is best when shared. And if you've got your own credit card myths or financial questions, drop them in the comments below. We're here to help you conquer the realm of high excess and emerge as the masters of your financial destiny. Until next time, stay savvy and as always, keep exploring the heights of financial excellence. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next adventure here on High Excess.